I'm gonna toss out that little black dress, wear a torn pair of Levi's instead. I'm gonna turn in my high-heeled shoes, find a nice pair of cowboy boots.
My love for music actually started when I was really, really young. My parents were constantly playing country music either in my dad's truck or in the living room while my mom was making dinner. And they got me one of those little toy microphones that echoed back at you when I was about 2 years old. And I'd run around the house and just sing into it, and I'd sit there at 4 years old and I would act out like Disney princess movies. So they could kind of tell pretty early that I was going to have some interest. I would also beg my dad. He had no idea how to play it, but he had an old Yamaha acoustic guitar, and I would drag it out of the closet at like 4 years old. And I'd go, teach me how to play. And then he finally caved, and they started signing me up for lessons when I was like 9. What I grew up listening to was Martina McBride has always been a big one. I loved when I was younger to just kind of jam out to George Strait and Alan Jackson, Garth Brooks, all of them. Recently, I listened to actually a lot of Hunter Hayes. He's only a year older than me, but I mean, for lack of a better term, he's just a beast. He can play like every instrument, writes his own stuff, like records everything on his own. And he's just super, super high energy, super talented. And as a musician in this city, just the sense of support that people give each other, and even, just the local independent musicians like myself who aren't necessarily, on the charts or on major radio all the time, which is really, really nice because I think we all should be supporting each other. I'm like, share the fans, share the, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, I want to do a show with you. Let's collaborate. Some of the best performances and best songs have come from collaborations. So I guess just the community itself, the sense of community with everybody is a huge thing for me with this city. One of the highlights that's happened is I wrote a song called Love in a Letter for a best friend of mine who was in a relationship where he was over in England for the Air Force. It was kind of the whole long distance thing. And I played it at a fair probably 2 years ago now. And right after I played it, I had a break. And I walked off the stage and I went down to go and talk to people in the audience. And I had a woman walk up to me. And she had her probably 3-year-old boy and was holding his hand. And they both walked up to me and she was just tears streaming down her face. And I was sitting there like, oh no, I just completely ruined. I'm like, this was so bad. And she actually thanked me. She thanked me for writing the song, and she told me that her husband is in the Army and he's away. And she took the kids to the fair to just kind of have a family day and try and get their mind off of it. And she actually thanked me for writing the song. And that was one of the moments where I went, this is why I do what I do. Love goes south.